Lately I've been feeling like a renegade. Somebody save me. Standing in the midst of the crowd, but nobody sees me. Shouting at the top of my lungs, but nobody hears me. All in the name of love. Look what you made me. I've been praying for the rain to fall. Watch me go so I reborn. Open heavens, let it pour. You can love me again, again, again. You better love me again. You better love me again. You better love me again. The smoke, not what I imagined. I've been down this road before, and nothing is changing. Please help me up, don't shoot me down. My third second chance, but this is true romance. Help me up, don't shoot me down. My third second chance, but this is true romance. I've been praying for the rain to fall. Watch me go. So I reborn. Open heavens, let it pour. You better love me again. You better love me again. You better love me again. You better love me again.
trouble if they knew. I'm trying hard to make you see. All that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on, yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on, leave the lights on.
Welcome back to the SimZone, guys. We're here for the final round of the ACC PC Championship, and we've got a very, very wet quali here at Zandvoort. The track was flooded a moment ago, and it now just says wet. But we've got Oderberg currently on provisional pole with Schwabe in P2, and I'm actually joined by J-Palm once again.
Good evening, G. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, the most difficult track conditions in one of the most difficult tracks as well, at the finale of the championship. So, yeah, all the ingredients to see the unexpected tonight.
Yeah, we currently have T.Borchardt leading the championship. I believe it's just 6 points ahead of Schwabe, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's correct. The championship decider, really. We see Schwabe now has managed to get the pole while Thorsten didn't set up any lap time. Only 3 minutes to go.
No, Thorsten really struggling. We saw Schwabe have a little power slide there through the last corner.
Yeah, that was a very good exit.
Yeah, very difficult conditions here, but considering how wet the track is, the times at the top are really close. It's 4/10 between Schwabe and Oderberg. And Fernandez as well, yeah.
In these conditions, they probably have a very conservative and safe setup, and they're somehow managing to be very close. I'm not sure we're gonna have these conditions the race, but I think we were discussing before. It doesn't rain so much now. I think with more minutes on track, is draining the water out and actually gaining grip. Or we might start actually seeing better lap times in the last 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe that's what Thorsten is doing, waiting for the last few minutes to set a time. We've got Kenny in the comments, one of our patrons. Evening, J-Palm and G. Evening, Kenny. Welcome to the stream. We've got quite a show on for you guys tonight. Usually we do see upwards of 30 drivers in our races, but today, unfortunately, quite a few drivers not able to make it. Some suffering from COVID, and we wish them a speedy recovery. But yeah, still, Patrick Schwabe on provisional pole, just 4/10 ahead of Oderberg, and Fernandez in P3, just 7/10 behind. Let's have a look at where Thorsten is. Seems to be coming around the final few corners now.
Struggling. I think he's in a hot lap by now.
Yeah, I believe he is. Let's see if he can manage to set a time. He's coming across the
sideways
start-finish line now. And he does put it in P3. It's not enough though. He's going to have. This is going to be his last lap, and he has to find 5/10 somewhere. It's not going to be easy for him.
We all know how difficult this overtaking here at Zandvoort is. Really, really difficult, and if you got wet conditions, that's going to make it more tricky because differences in power are less, and actually. Right now, if the race finished that way and Schwabe in first position and Thorsten in third position, Schwabe would win the championship. So look, watch out for that, because Thorsten really needs to get his car in second position or better.
Yeah, he needs to get a move on. We also know that pole position gets an extra point, so it's not going to be great for Thorsten if Schwabe does get that extra point. Thorsten was hoping for 100% pole record, but it looks like at the moment Schwabe is going to break his record.
Yeah, definitely. And if
Oderberg
gets a pole.
Yeah, Oderberg on pole now.
Yeah.
So Thorsten a second off the pole time.
Schwabe is already on pits. Ooh, Thorsten getting
Oh, he's not going to. Yeah, that's really unlucky. I think that's someone else on a hot lap.
Pity, because I think cars are getting faster now.
Yeah, I think that was an Audi. I think that was the Audi of Kudasov. It was, and he is on a hot lap as well, so
Yeah,
he had no right to move out the way.
yeah, he was right to keep the
Yeah,
racing
exactly,
line.
yep.
Trying to
So-
improve. In fact, he improves.
Improves into P15, yeah, manages to set a time, so that's unfortunate for Forster. He's got a lot of work to do at the moment. We've got that's S. Pryor and Tom Curtin coming across the line, P8, P9.
And we've
Now,
got a couple of cars still on
yeah,
hot
number
lap.
55, that's Blanchett coming across the line now. Let's see if he can improve. Currently in P13, 6.2 seconds off the pace. He does, puts it into P11 there. We've got the number 20 car of Arthur
Honda.
there. Yeah, the Honda, the only Honda on the grid. Who also improves
Yes,
in
P7, well done.
Good time from him. And the number 5 car from Morgan Farah here. Very nice livery there. Always loved that livery.
Very nice livery, yeah. This
Yeah.
car is very such a good looking car.
About to come across the line now.
Improves a little
Yeah,
bit.
improves very slightly. We'll be back very shortly while these drivers prepare their setups for the unpredictable conditions for the race. It seems to be dry.
Yeah.
Right, we are back. The drivers are currently on the formation lap. We've got wet conditions once again for the race, but it is going to dry up, or at least the forecast does show no rain in 30 minutes. So we're expecting the first half of this race to be wet, and then the second half to slowly dry off. These drivers currently lining up 2 by 2 now. Axel Oderberg on pole with Patrick Schwabe lining up on the front row. Thorsten down in P3, so his 100% pole record broken today with these extremely difficult conditions. Wilson Fernandez in 4th on the second row. And these drivers are about to cross the start-finish line. It's going to be very difficult into turn 1. We are green. Looks like Schwabe's got a great start there. He's already ahead of Oderberg, but Oderberg's going to have the inside now, and it looks to be quite a clean start.
He makes it to P1.
Yeah, Patrick Schwabe into P1. That's a great move by him. Thorsten's not going to want that at all. Flash the lights there from Thorsten. We don't really want to see that. But maybe just warning the drivers in front that he is right behind them. He's losing quite a lot of time already. It seems to be a very clean start. Let's look further down the field. There doesn't seem to be any contact, which is... Oh, we've got a... Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any contact, which is exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, it looks like Schwabe's ticked the box. He's met the objective, which was get a P1 on the first corner. And yeah, he got it, and now he's just, with this result, if Thorsten doesn't improve, he's now the champion of this, the winner of this championship. Yeah,
but we've currently got Schwabe within the race, and Oderberg's not going to let him get away. Oh, a bit of a slide there from Oderberg. Thorsten is losing so much time already. He's nearly a second behind these guys. Oh, he's over a second behind these guys now. And he's going to consistently lose more and more time. Wilson Fernandez very close to him, so looking to give Thorsten some pressure early on in this race. That's going to hinder Thorsten, and might not even be on for a podium position. It's still early on, so we've got a lot to play for in the final round.
Still early, but it's already the first lap, and Schwabe and Oderberg already managed to open more than 1.5 seconds to Thorsten. So it's definitely the top two got much better pace than Thorsten and the rest. Another thing is interesting to know is what strategies they're going to go for, because with these difficult conditions and also the forecast that we have, and the pit window, which as it opens in 20 minutes. It's got a fixed time of 20 minutes, opening in minute 20 of race. That is gonna be interesting to know who is gonna stop early or who is gonna go for a longer stint. What's gonna be the track conditions at the time? Anything can change.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens towards the later stages of this race. Track does seem to be very wet, and some of the drivers were talking about the spray. You can see the amount of spray there. It's going to be really difficult to see where you're going. But Thorsten doesn't seem to be losing too much time anymore. It seems to be responding to the top two drivers now. And the gaps are always going to be bigger in the wet, we know that. But Thorsten is not going to want these guys to get away, and if Schwabe does end up finishing in P1 and Thorsten in P3, I believe Schwabe takes the championship. Yeah, we've got Ben Mullard there setting the fastest lap of the race so far, all the way down in P19. Obviously reserves drivers not able to qualify for the last round. Let's just have a look further down the field. P9, we've got a battle. Omar, oh, there's a driver off there. I think that's Tom Curtin. Yeah, now he's got Omar all over the back of him coming through the final corner, and that's Strozaevsky right behind them in the Honda. Is he going to have a look into turn 1? No, Omar's going defensive. Less rubber on the inside on the track, so That's also going to help his tyres. Yeah, Stroszewski not able to make the move into turn 1. A nice 3-car battle here. The driver's really close in the wet, which is what we like to see.
Yeah, definitely. With these prior cars pushing to the car behind, that's not easy to overtake. Make a decision to overtake. Oh, someone goes off track there.
Oh, we've got Martin. They're trying to go around the outside of Martin Kudasov. Not able to do that. Very brave move. You know, the Bentley, also known as the Oatley, very, very strong car in the wet.
That's good, yeah.
He runs quite a lot of curb on the outside. They're very risky to do in these conditions, but he's all over the back of Kudasov, looking to make a move. The gap at the top was over a second. It seems to have come down. So Schwabe may be making a mistake. Thorsten's still not able to catch up to these guys. You see him in the background there.
Yeah, maybe he's not risking very much now. He's being conservative, making no mistake, lose as many least time as possible, and maybe hope for the best towards the second half of the race on more dry conditions. Yeah,
definitely. We've got quite a few battles further down the grid. Let's just pop this up. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, we do see the Honda of Stroszewski, quite close to Tom Curtin. In the number 8 Audi, we saw him miss his braking point in the chicane, which is quite unfortunate. Very easy to do in these conditions, though. Schwabe seems to have built over a second gap to Oderberg. Top 3 drivers quite spaced out. Best lap of Schwabe is a 1:48.225. The quickest lap, the fastest lap of the race so far. And Oderberg not able to keep up with that. His last lap was his best lap, sorry, was a 1:48.837.
Yeah, Thorsten's battle is really with Oderberg. If he gets P2, he knows he wins the championship anyway. So I'm thinking maybe go for copy Oderberg strategy here.
Yeah,
we see a
possibly.
battle there with the
3-car battle here, and it's going to be a 4-car battle. We've got Blanchette in the background, and I believe that's Mullard just behind, and Martin there sends it down the inside. He's going to be on the outside for the next corner, and he gets the move done. Really good move there by Martin. But it's not over yet. We've got Kudasov still trying to fight back hard, and Carl Van Horn at the back of this 3-car battle, and I believe they are catching up slowly to... Who is that in front? That's Armin, I believe. Yes, it is. There's quite a few cars in front. We've got Armin and Tom Curtin in front. Who's that going slow? Is that Bellotti? No. That's a BMW.
Yeah,
is that Harry Clayton? No, yeah.
Oh, Clayton.
No, I'm not sure who that was. Is it Omar? No, it's not Omar.
It's a bag of 3-4 cars.
Oh,
now.
contact!
Some contact!
Big contact there. I think.
Accidentally out.
Yeah, I didn't quite see what happened there. Did you, J-Pub?
I think someone make a move or try to overtake in T1, and there was slight contact, but yeah, with these conditions, any minor contact could unsettle the car. So have to see if there's some replay or some stewards inquiry.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate from Martin there. I'm not really sure how to pronounce his second name, so apologies for that. But he is only a reserve driver. I don't think he'll be disgruntled with that at all. He's just happy to be racing, which is what we like to see. And Thorsten now within a second of Oderberg, and Schwabe's not in sight. He's pretty much rounding off the final corner there. Yeah, he's driven away. And these conditions don't seem to be getting any better at the moment. Thorsten's going to want to get past Oderberg as soon as possible, and I think his only hope is for any of these drivers to make a mistake or the pit stops, really, for these conditions to change.
I'm thinking the pit stops. The pit stop is gonna be key for Thorsten. He just needs to overtake Oderberg. So yeah, I'm sure maybe he'll stop earlier than anyone or later. Looks like the weather forecast is changing now for the last 30 minutes we had before dry. And now it seems like it's gonna be light rain. So
yeah,
maybe we won't have a dry race after all.
Yeah, we've got Totev in the comments saying wets are good for 60 minutes, but if it stops raining, the PSIs will be through the roof, which is very correct. But at the moment, it does look like now it's going to continue raining. We'll see what the weather forecast is towards the end of the race, after half an hour. I don't think it will dry up unless the weather gods dramatically change the weather and something happens. But yeah, I think it will stay quite wet throughout the whole race.
Yeah.
Got a battle here for P8. Omar leading this 3-car train with Strozewski in the Honda just behind, and that's Bilotti there. We've seen him in quite a few races, fairly new to the SimZone, and he's improved every race we've seen him, taking a lot of that inside curb, which is quite unusual in these conditions. Maybe he's using that to hook the car around. He has a look at the inside, he's a bit far back. Oh, bit of contact there, I think. No, I don't know. No contact there. The Honda very, very close. Now having to defend from Bilotti after an attempt of a move on Omar. Omar really doing a great job at defending, but we know how easy it is to defend at this track. Such a narrow track Zandvoort is.
And they're going parallel, isn't it? Difficult to see now, but I think the Honda's made it through. It's got Bilotti there.
Yeah, so Omar losing 2 positions there, and he's got Luke Viken on the back of him now. He's joined the party. 4-car train now. With still 48 minutes left to go. This is going to be a very intense battle. But let's go back to the battle for P2. Thorsten within 5/10 of Oderberg now. It's going to be hard. Another flash of the lights from Thorsten.
Another flashing lights episode here.
Yeah.
But you know, Oderberg wants also the podium, gets the best position. I think P2 it'd be the best position of the season. So yeah. Yeah,
I believe he was. Oderberg was leading at Monza. Unfortunately, had a spin that would have been his best finish. I don't think he's finished P2, J-Pum. So you're saying this will be
Oderberg? No, yeah, that'd be P2. That'd be the best finish of the season.
Yeah, that's very good. And they're actually catching back up to Schwab. Oh no, that's just a back marker. So Schwab. Yeah, I nearly got a heart attack there. But yeah, Schwab is still leading this race.
Yeah.
2.5 seconds ahead of these drivers, and Thorsten has a look up the inside.
Thorsten goes later on the brakes.
Yeah, and he's got the move done. That's great for him. Oderberg leaving the space. Very respectful there from Oderberg.
He knows, Thorsten knows it's the only chance really in this track to. You lay a little bit brake, you get the inside, lay a little bit brake, late on brakes, and then just hope the other driver gives you the space you need. That's it, really.
Yeah, definitely. Oderberg, very respectful driving for him. Predicted the lunge up the inside. It was a great move by Thorsten as well. But that's allowed Schwabe to pull an even bigger gap now. It's 3 seconds to both these drivers, and Oderberg's not going to let Thorsten get away. Look how close he is still. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Thorsten, and Thorsten's going to want to work with Oderberg to catch back up to Schwabe.
Yeah, I guess Schwab's best ally is Odeberg at the moment. So yeah, he'll be hoping Odeberg tries to make a move on Thorsten. Right now, Thorsten gets back his championship and will be the winner of the season at the moment with this result, with this finish. Ooh,
Oh, contact! Oh, that's
high
not
bump.
great.
Nah.
Yeah, that's not great there.
Not good to see.
Big crash from both these drivers. I think Bellotti tried to make the move, was it?
I think he went very late on brakes, and he realized that the car actually doesn't brake so well under these conditions, and they just, a little bit of passenger. I think he lost. The
Oh
control.
yes, he's gone
lost it
sideways
again.
once again. Yeah, unfortunate.
Um,
He did wait for Strzewski there, which is sportsmanlike from him. But let's go. He's returned to the pits. Unfortunate there. Let's
Oh,
go
man.
back to the battle for P2. Odeberg still on the back of Thorsten, not letting him get away. Look how close the gap is still. It's going to be very difficult for Thorsten to catch back up to Schwabe. But I think if Thorsten comes home in P2, he still wins the championship by 1 point.
yeah, he would win. Yeah.
Yeah, so... oh wait, what's happened to Schwabe? Schwabe spun!
So three.
He's
Third
down in
position
P3
now.
now! Oh no, we didn't quite catch that there, so... Thorsten
No,
now
he made a mistake.
into the lead of the race. That's gonna be disaster for Schwabe.
Very bad news. Not the end of the world. There's still 44 minutes of race
Yeah,
to
definitely.
make up for this mistake, but it's a game changer, isn't it? Now Thorsten is in the lead, sitting comfortable. He's opened the gap a little bit with Odeberg. So yeah,
Yeah, he's opened the gap to just over a second now. But we've seen Thorsten and how consistent he is throughout the season, so I don't think he's prone to making many mistakes. It's going to be difficult for Schwabe to claw back his amazing start. He's now 8 seconds off of Thorsten. Oh, Thorsten gets all over the exit curve there.
Well,
I might have spoke a bit too soon.
it's lost time there.
Yeah, lost a
Schwabe's
bit of
lost
time
so
there.
much time.
Yeah,
He's far behind.
Still got the fastest lap of the race though. Just not the consistency he'd like. Let's head back to the battle for P9. Omar seems to... No, it looks like Ben Mullard seems to have got past Omar. Now Carl Van Horn is all over the back of Omar. The battle for P9. All these drivers within the top 10. This seems to be the closest battle on track. Thorsten is extending his lead currently. And oh, I think that's a backmarker. Yep, Harry Clayton doing a great job at getting out of the way, moving off the racing line there. And Carl Van Horn's going to want to get past Omar as soon as possible. Speaking of gone. Yeah.
No, just want to say that the back markers in this track can make you lose lots of time, because you really need, especially with these conditions, you really need to find a good, safe place to overtake. You can't really. There's lots of high-speed corners there, and not the easiest track to overtake a bug marker, really.
Yeah, that's very true. But speaking of gaps, the gap's coming down to the top. Schwabe's managed to claw a second after his little spin, so he's just under 7 seconds to Thorsten, and Odeberg's losing a lot of time. He's now 2.3 seconds behind Thorsten, so making quite a few mistakes in. Look at the weather there, J-Pump. Cloudy and no more rain in 10 minutes, but then more rain after that. So maybe some passing by clouds.
Yeah.
And then some more rain afterwards. Looks like Carl Van Horn's got quite a bit of damage on his car. I'm not sure where he picked that up from.
It's tricky because in 30 minutes it's light rain. That's not going to help to keep the track wet.
It's changed again though.
No more rain.
Yeah, no more rain in 10 minutes and half an hour. So we do have overcast conditions, so the track might not dry up as quickly as these drivers would like it to. But Schwabe, look at the gap! 6 seconds now! He's really clawing these top 2 in. His last lap was a 148.767, and Thorsten's last lap was a 148.9, so 2/10 quicker than Thorsten. But Otterberg is dropping off the pace. His last lap was a 149.510, so over a second off of Schwabe's time last lap. But Thorsten's made a slight mistake, and Otterberg does seems to be closing the gap
now,
yeah, slightly, ever so slightly.
Really unfortunate Schwabe's mistake, because he could have, he had a good chance to dispute the championship with Thorsten. Even if Thorsten was second, I believe with the points Schwabe got on the pole, it'd be same points at the end of the season. So it was quite close. There's still chance if he managed to get to P1, but maybe the drier conditions is what Schwabe needs right now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't know actually. He is closing in the gap to Thorsten and Otterberg very, very quickly in the wet conditions. So his setup probably suited specifically to the wet. And Thorsten's probably a hybrid setup, good for the wet and dry, because these conditions have been so unpredictable during the practice sessions. And this is what Schwabe is wanting. The gap now down to 5.8 seconds, so he's clawing it back very, very quickly. It's going to be interesting to see what the drivers do. If they do end up switching to dry tyres towards the end of the race. I know the mid-engine cars will struggle in greasy conditions, and front-engine cars do prefer those conditions.
It's difficult to say. I think if I was on track, I probably would stop maybe towards the end of the pit window, because I just simply don't know what's going to be. Weather is changing all the time. Track is still wet, so I guess we would just carry on with the same tires, wet tires, and do a very long first stint.
Yeah. A very long first stint.
There.
Oh yeah, that's Ben Mullard. No, that's Ben Mullard and S. Pryor. So Ben making up the position into P7. Little mistake there from S. Pryor. And Ben Mullard making another position, so he's within the top 10 now. P7. He's got quite good pace here tonight, but not the pace of the top 3. We've got a new fastest lap by Schwabe, 147.915, the only man to break into the 147s, and the gap at the top still 1.5 seconds. So also not running away not running away with the race lead like we usually see him do. Well, I say that, and it's just jumped to 1.9 seconds, so a bit of an improvement there from Thorsten. But the last laps between Thorsten and Axel Otterberg, very, very similar. Otterberg just lapping 700ths quicker than Thorsten that last lap.
Yeah, and Schwabe doing fastest lap after lap, so yeah, seems like he's very comfortable in these conditions at the moment. I think we're gonna stay with these conditions for a while. I don't think the track will dry out very fast. Yeah, still 36 minutes to go.
Yeah, I don't think the track
Chance
will
to get
dry up quickly at all. Yeah, it's just 36 minutes to go, so we might see a dry line starting to form towards the end of the race, but at the moment the track is very, very wet, so I think the drivers will be staying on their wet set of tyres throughout the whole race.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Ben Mullard now coming on the back of Morgan Farah, so another position in sights for Mullard, taking a slightly different line there compared to Farah, and he's going to have a nice run coming down this long straight. as you'd call it, coming up to the next chicane. Heavy braking zone here. Very easy to go deep on the brakes. A lot of curb there by Farhan. Ben Millard has managed to get right on the back of him. As Pryor, unfortunately, losing a lot of time to both these drivers. As Schwabe's made another mistake. He's 8 seconds behind now.
Oh no, yeah, that's...
Yeah, Schwabe's been
probably the
so quick, but his consistency just isn't there. You can tell he's just pushing that a little bit too much, and the gap's just dropped back down to 6.4 seconds.
Yeah, he's been risking. He's been trying to cut down this gap and risking some, you know, go with very aggressive racing lines.
We've got sorry to interrupt. We've got Ben Millard and Morgan Farah side by side. All bit of door rubbing there, and Ben Millard makes a great move up the inside, up into P6
now. P6.
Yeah, that was a great move
race
there
from Ben Millard.
Yeah,
started last.
Yeah, started from the back. Yeah, and he's been very respectful. We like to see some door rubbing in racing. It makes the racing interesting, and it's just a sign of hard racing.
Yeah, definitely. Now he's got some clean air. I think McCormick's in P5, but he's 18 seconds behind, so gonna have to do hard work in there, but eventually still got time to get it to the top 5.
Yeah, it's easily possible. McCormick's last lap was a 150.1, and Ben Millard's last lap was a 148.960, so 2 seconds quicker, almost. Let's see what the gap will be in a few laps. We've got another battle down in P10 here. Oh, Omar there, very sideways. Good save by him, managing to keep the car, but that's Carl Van Horn up into P9.
There is no more rain now. Track is still very wet. We can see in the spray of the cars, but there is no more rain. Seems like it's, according to the weather forecast, going to be dry towards the end of the race. Yeah,
Schwabe making another mistake. Look at that, 12 seconds now off the race leader, T.Borchardt. It's not going to be what he wants for the final round, and the championship slowly slipping away from his grasp. We've got another battle down in P16 in Blanchette. Seems to... Oh, what's happened to him? What's happened to Blanchette? He's slowed down a lot.
Petrol, maybe. Fuel.
I'm not too sure. I'm sure he's got enough fuel, and he's just stopped on the racing line there. Not sure what's happened to him. It's going to be very risky for anyone coming around, and he's returned it to the pits. So, disaster there from Blanchette. Maybe an equipment failure. We've seen equipment failure before. This is sim racing, so it is very possible. Omar's car very wiggly, very loose in these conditions.
We've seen Omar doing some laps there already. Very nervous car on these conditions.
And he's losing time now to Armin here. He's performed quite well throughout this season.
Who, sorry?
Armin in P11.
Oh, Armin, yeah.
He's performed quite well throughout the season. He's looking for a top 10 finish tonight. Now Axel Otterberg with the fastest lap, 147.335, so 5/10 quicker than Schwabe's best lap. You can tell the track is starting to dry up ever so slightly now. The rain has stopped, and it does seem to be the forecast does seem to show that it's going to be there's not going to be any more rain. Yeah, for the final half an hour of this race.
I was just going to say, I mean, best result was Kalami in 8th position, and then his second best result was last week at Imola, 11th position.
Yes,
to go to the top 10.
Yeah, solid finishes there from Armin. I think the gap, our first pitter there, W. Fernandez. Oh, there's been a big spin there. I think that's Harry Clayton, back marker there. But
was lost there. Yeah,
Carl Van Horn has lost out, so back into P10 for P9. Sorry, for Carl Van Horn, and Omar is up into P8, which we're going to wait for the tower to update. Omar's managing to hold on, surprisingly, after seeing his car very loose, especially through this second sector here.
Yeah.
But the gap at the top has come down to 1.3 seconds. I believe Thorsten having to navigate a back marker. We'll bring up the second screen very shortly so we can see just how close Otterberg.
Yeah, it's real close.
Yeah, Otterberg will be to Thorsten. You can see Thorsten there just ahead. It's a lot of spray from Otterberg's cockpit there, cockpit view. But the race win still not what's it called? Still not grasped by Thorsten. Still on the line here. Otterberg setting the fastest lap of the race.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Just 10 minutes left of the pit window, JPAM.
Yeah, I think Schwabi probably wants to see Otterberg trying to challenge Thorsten and inducing him to making mistakes, because otherwise Thorsten has a very comfortable race. But if Otterberg is now close behind him, everything can change in the championship.
Yeah, definitely. The gap's decreasing ever so slightly every lap, so 1.2 seconds. We've got Wilson Fernandez here on a different strategy to these drivers, but he's going to lose a lot of time. Maybe a disaster of a pit stop for him, because he's going to get stuck in traffic now.
Yeah, I guess he know, but how he was feeling in the car. He's been very brave to be first to do the stop. Now we can see.
Oh, Omar's lost the car there. That's he's nearly collected Carvenhorn there. He's on the brakes.
Gonna be a lot of damage.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of damage. I think he's going to return it to the pits, but he was on the brakes
before. This car wasn't very, stable on this track.
Oh, he's kept it going.
Stay.
Props to him. Yeah, we did see him on the brakes. Unfortunately, a very high-speed corner, and he's just hit the barrier, and that's thrown him back onto the track. And the gap at the top, just a second now.
He's just sitting top. The top 10.
What's this?
The Honda stopped in there.
Oh yeah, he's had a crash there.
In the wrong side, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunate for the Honda driver of Strozewski there. Let's have a look at Wilson Fernandez. Seems to be stuck in traffic still. Trying to navigate his way past Artem. Has a look up the inside. Can't get the move done. The gap at the top. Let's head to this battle. Thorsten's made
less than a second now.
Yeah, less than a second. Thorsten's made a big mistake, and these drivers side by side. I think Thorsten's going to have Thorsten's going to have the outside for the next corner. Otterberg's later on the brakes, has to back out of that one though, and Thorsten's facing an immense amount of pressure to Otterberg. These drivers do not want to trip over each other, because that's going to allow Schwabe to catch up. And none of these drivers have pitted yet. A lot of the drivers have, a lot of the field is leaving it to the last few minutes. Just 7 minutes left. Oh, Otterberg gets really sideways on the exit curb there. Is he can have a look up the inside? He does, but he has to back out of that. Not a great enough run coming into turn 1.
Yeah, we've seen Otterberg strong the whole session today. And he seems very, very comfortable there behind Thorsten. I'm pretty sure he's going to try to make a move before the pit stop.
Yeah, definitely. Otterberg might even pit early to get the undercut on Thorsten.
Undercut, possibly,
he is. He does seem to be much quicker than Thorsten at the moment. Schwabe taking the fastest lap of the race once again. It's switching between these top 3 drivers. So 146.600 from Schwabe. They've got a back marker in front of them now. Could this be? No, moves out the way. Otterberg's round. No.
That's it for him.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I think that's going to be a pit for him this lap then. Very unfortunate.
Schwabe's not close enough to overtake, but Otterberg, he's lost it completely.
Yeah, he's lost
See, they're very. Oh, that's almost BMW. Still
Yeah.
didn't stop. I thought he would. He
No.
would try to repair this damage, but he
And now Ben
wants
Mullard.
to defend his top 10.
Yeah, Ben Mullard taking the fastest lap of the race now. That's a 1:46.480. Let's look at the background there. I think that's Artem Kudasov. Yes, that's Kudasov. Who's, I believe, lost the position to Fernandez. These drivers have different strategies, though, so that won't make a difference to his race. Luke Viken. Where is Luke Viken? There we go. He said he's very close to another driver, but I believe that was Armin who's taking his pit stop, and we've got T.Borchardt into the pits now. So Otterberg, yeah, Otterberg opting to keep it out on track. Maybe wants to. Oh, that's Luke Viken.
What happened
Oh,
there?
big collision there. I think locked up on the brakes, possibly, and just went straight on into the
He
wall.
went straight to the wall, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny, really. The condition, the track is drying up now. These drivers are struggling more and more.
Maybe, yeah, it could be that tire pressure's now getting higher and higher and losing grip.
Yeah, and
I see still a track quite wet.
yeah, and drivers possibly losing focus as well. Schwabe is only 5 seconds off Otterberg now, but I think Thorsten's going to run away with the win here, unless disaster happens. But he seems to be running in P4 after the pit stops in clean air, which is very well calculated by him. P5, sorry, in clean air, which is very well calculated by him. He's not going to have any traffic for a while. Actually, I say that, there's 2 cars ahead of him. I believe that's the 995 car of Harry Clayton, who has picked up a stop-go 30.
Possibly is
Speeding in the pits, yeah.
The pit lane, yeah.
Would be speeding in the pits.
See now the gap between Otterberg and Schwabe, obviously 5 seconds because of the mistake Otterberg did.
Otterberg coming to the pits,
I
yeah.
see Otterberg
Schwabe
coming
with
to the
the
pit.
new fastest lap now.
So yeah, Schwabe trying to have some clean air now and try to set up some fast laps, see if he can close the gap with Thorsten. Ooh, very bad stop from Otterberg. I think he lost 2 or 3 seconds there. I think he stopped too far off the place where he needs to.
Yeah, possibly losing some time, but let's go back to Patrick Schwabe here. Let's have a quick read of the comments. Kenny here supporting Carl Van Horn, who's currently running in P12, but he has made a pit stop, so we're just waiting for the drivers. Let's have a quick look at predictions. I don't think predictions will actually be correct. Yeah, I don't think predictions are correct because they are saying that actually that's because I haven't put the pit stops on. Yeah, it looks like Thorsten will be leading the race after the pit stops. Doesn't seem to be many battles going out on track. We had 3 retirements there. I believe that's Harry Clayton. Oh, no, I think he's serving his stop-go 30 now. Blanchett and Bellotti both retiring as well. But Ben Mullard's made quite a lot of progress in this race. He's only 5 seconds behind McCormick. We saw he was about 14 seconds not too long ago.
Yeah, he's doing very good lap times. Don't know if something is going to change. Now we see a little bit of light rain.
Yeah, some more rain now. That's probably going to favour Schwabe, who's just put it into the pits.
Probably, because he's on wet tires.
Yeah,
and,
yeah. He's just put it into the pits now. So let's
I guess
see where it comes out.
He'll be changing tires as well. I'm not sure, but I suppose he will be because possibly for the wet. I don't see the track very dry. I think it's quite wet.
Yeah, it is pretty wet. We've got just reading the comments here. We've got a Kingster saying the stream is not clear. I believe you might not be in the right quality. Make sure you are in 1080p. If you're on your phone, it does usually, at least for me, puts the quality on auto depending on your internet connection. Schwabe's been in the pits for quite a while, J-Pum. And Thorsten's got past.
Yeah.
But where is Oderberg?
Thorsten passed a long time ago.
Yeah, so is Oderberg. So Schwabe's all the way down in P4.
Sure. Yeah, he's lost.
He's lost to Fernandez then as well.
To Fernandez, yeah, that's right.
Maybe
Not sure what happens there.
Yeah,
It was really long. I don't think he had any damage in there.
no, I'm not sure. It does say P4 on my sheet here, on my broadcasting tool, but we're waiting for the tower to update. So yeah, there we go, P4. So he's had a disaster of a pit stop.
Nightmare, yeah.
An absolute nightmare for Schwabe. He's still currently got the fastest lap of the race.
Strange. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's just been the championship there, but I'm not sure what's happened. If it was, maybe he missed the point where to stop in the pit lane or something.
Or maybe had to repair some damage. We did see him make quite a few mistakes.
Right, yeah, could be the mistake he made where he lost the P1. Could have possibly hit the wall.
Yeah, possibly.
Well,
Luke Viekanen carrying a lot of damage on that bright red McLaren of his. A lot of damage on the front. Yeah, we saw him go lock up on the brakes. But it does seem to be catching Omar just 1.3 seconds behind. He's going to have the just be in the slipstream range to Omar here. Field quite spread out now. Not many battles.
yeah, not many battles after the pit stops. Only thing, Ben Muller is, I think, 7 seconds behind Schwabe. 7.8. And I'm not sure Schwabe's lap times now after the pits, but
Right, let's check his lap
Fernandez
times.
is in P3.
Right, well, just waiting. I believe this is still his outlap. Schwabe's outlap, so just waiting for him to come around and cross the finish line, then we'll know what his last lap was compared to the other drivers.
Fernandez very strong on P3. He did the best results. Obviously, the first podium of the season for him.
Yeah, I believe he qualified in P4, so he's gained a position. And Thorsten obviously qualifying in P3, and he's gained 2 positions. So the experience of Thorsten and the consistency of Thorsten are coming into play in these very, very tricky conditions.
Yeah, I suppose with these conditions, you always see someone making it through the podium. Someone who don't usually see it at the top. But make it through, have a good day, get the right setup, and yeah, good to see people like Fernandez in the podium doing well in these conditions.
Yeah, and Ben Mullard gained 14 positions from starting at the back. I think that's been his,
yeah, is that gonna be the MVP of the night? Possibly.
Probably, yeah, the driver of the day, I'd say. We've got quite a close battle. Let's switch views. Battle 4, P7, we've got a... Oh, it's the gap's a bit bigger now. I think Farah has made the move. Yep, Farah has made the move on Thomas McCormick there. So Farah up into P6, and McCormick back down into P7. We've got another battle for P13. very close here. Tom Curtin, right on the back. Oh, has a look around the outside. He's right on the back of Luke Viken here. And these drivers are going to be side by side. Luke trying to keep it around the outside, but Curtin has got the move done. No, he hasn't. Luke Viken's still fighting back hard, and he's carrying a lot of damage. It's not going to be easy for him to defend, even though, considering how narrow this track is, and Curtin has a look up the inside, he's going to have the run, and he's got the move done later in the brakes there. Good move by Curtin, but he's gone deep on the brakes. Luke's going to, oh, bit of contact there. Luke's going to try and go around the outside. He's going to have the outside. It's going to be the inside for the next corner. He's not quite alongside enough, and he has to back out of that. So Curtin managing to move up into P.
Oh, Viken
P12.
goes wide there. All settles the car. He goes Kudisov, I think, in the back.
Yeah, that's right. Kudisov now all over the back of Viken. Then he's got the move done. Viken once again getting all over the outside curb. And believe that's caused by understeer, just due to the sheer amount of damage he's got on the front end of his car.
Yeah, very good racing, very good moves there, clean. Not easy to keep the car on track sometimes, but when you move out from the racing line, and you know, you can always lose the car, the control, and be in the whole race, but they are keeping it clean and respectful, giving the gap to each other. It was good.
Yeah, definitely, and looks like Artem is now catching up to Curtin. The Curtin made a bit of a mistake there. He's gone wide, and Kudisov's got the move done. Very easy move there by him. He says thank you to that one, and another position gained up into P12 for Kudisov. Artem, sorry, Schwabe seems to have brought back up to Fernandez here. Yeah, Fernandez is going very wide there, making a slight mistake, and that's allowed Schwabe to gain a bit of extra time. Fernandez going slightly wide, and Schwabe taking the optimal line. It's just 5/10.
Looks like Schwabe is gaining momentum now as we see the track a little bit more wet. Because we've got light rain for a few laps now, and he's trying, getting faster lap times. That's the impression I got. Caught up with Fernandez now, so maybe he can save the podium today.
Yeah, I believe we've got Andrew Price there saying good racing. Yeah, definitely we've seen great racing, especially in these conditions. I believe that is Sniff My Diff, one of our ACC PS4 drivers in Division 2. That's a back marker, I believe that was Curtin getting out of the way. I'm not too sure, one of the Aston Martins getting out of the way very sensibly there, and we've got Schwabe all over the back of Fernandez. Fernandez is going to want to do everything he can to hold off Schwabe here. Taking very different lines there. Looks like Fernandez is much quicker through with that fast right-hander.
Yeah, it gets more higher top speed, especially towards the end of that sector, which is very, very fast. I think Schwabe is much better in the third and first sector.
Yeah, I think Schwabe is a bit tentative on the throttle, coming through these fast corners. So his setup probably not working for him. All those tyres are quite worn. We don't know if he's changed tyres or not. There's no way of us tracking that.
Yeah, he lost too much time. Maybe he got confused in the menus. Sometimes you select the wrong tyre set or something.
Yeah, the gap's still very close, and I think Schwabe's just closed it ever so slightly through that chicane. So Schwabe's going to have a nice run coming into turn one. He's going to have the slipstream. Gets all over the exit curb there. Not as much as we've seen the other drivers. He has a nice run. He has a look up the inside. He's going to be later in the brakes. He's not close enough. Has to back out of that one. Sensible driving there by Schwabe. But Fernandez has gone wide, and these drivers are going to be side by side. This is the narrowest part of the track, Sector 1. And Schwabe once again sensibly backs out of that. But it looks like Fernandez has got a lot of understeer. He's taking a different line. These drivers side by side now, and Schwabe's got the move done.
It gets a lead in there, yeah, because Fernandez got very bad actually. He understeered so much in the hairpin and lost quite a lot of time. Make Schwabe went for the gap and made a very, very good move in the hairpin at the end.
Yes, McCormick seems to be driving quite slow. I think Delta does say he was 6/10 to Espraya. Oh, he gets very sideways there. Yeah, I think he's.
Oh, he loses
I
there.
think he might be on the wrong tyres. Oh, he's got damage.
Oh.
He's got some heavy damage. So his right hand side wheel was not spinning. Seems to be returning it to the pits.
I think he's gonna change the tyres again.
No, I think he's gonna repair his damage. You can see. I think it's a suspension failure on the right hand side of his car. We go to the battle for P4 once again, and P3, sorry, and Schwabe is managing to pull a slight gap there. Fernandez struggling in that BMW. Gap at the top, so about 12 seconds I believe it was. So Thorsten in a comfortable lead at the moment. Still 9 minutes left of the race. Schwabe's 31 seconds behind. So I don't think I think his championship hopes have gone, unfortunately. Field quite spread out once again. Just have a quick flick through the rest of the field here. Let's have your driver of the day, viewers, for whoever's watching. Just put it down in the comments, and we'll count it up and see who the driver of the day is. We've got 23 people watching. Make sure to like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. But we've got Fernandez still just within a second, just over a second, sorry. Schwabe. This driver is encountering some traffic here. Blue flag's being waved. Not anymore though. Where is Schwabe? Just ahead there. I believe they've got a car between them. And I think that might be Kudasov. Yes, it is Kudasov. Who moves out the way very sensibly there.
There's a yellow flag somewhere. There was.
Yeah, I think that's Viken. Yep, that's Viken
22.
there. Unfortunately, I think he lost it in the exact same place as last time. I'm not too sure. Oh, struggling to get back on track. He's waiting sensibly for, I believe that's Carl Van Horn to get past.
Yeah, he's got quite a lot of damage. He's still keeping on track. Only 7.5 minutes to the end. But yeah, it's probably not worth it to come in. Maybe he wants to defend position of Clayton, but I think he's he's 5 laps behind, so yeah, it's probably not gonna stop.
Yeah, let's have a quick look at our race leader for T.Borchardt. An amazing race from him to start in P3 and up into P1. He's made pretty much no mistakes. It's quite alien-like from Thorsten to not make any mistakes. From any driver really, and we've seen this consistency throughout the whole season. That's why he is the championship leader currently, but the race isn't over yet. Still 6 minutes 40 to go, but I don't think he's going to lose out on P1.
Yeah, we see a little bit of a dry racing line now. We saw Thorsten getting out to the wet zone to try to cool down the tyres. Also, the tyres are probably gaining some pressure at the moment, but he's doing well managing the tyres, the gap, all the bird. Yeah, everything in favour for him for the title tonight.
Yeah, it looks like Kudasov has caught up to the back of Omar now. Just 6/10 separating these guys. It looks much less than 6/10. He's got a great run coming into turn 1. Omar's going defensive, trying to break that slipstream. And is Kudasov trying to go around the outside now. He's going to have enough room, bit of understeer there. Not enough rubber, not enough grip on the outside, sorry, to go for that move. And Omar keeps P10. He's got a bit of traffic in front of him, I believe. Those drivers are a lap ahead. So won't need to worry
Not much closer to him.
about them. Yeah, Kudasov having to back
Yeah,
out.
to back off. Yeah. He needs to.
Yeah, I believe that's Harry Clayton. They're moving up the way once again. Very, very good driving there. Harry Clayton, I believe, has just got his new wheel and pedals. Wasn't a controller before, so great to see some improvements from Harry there. Yeah, the Audis do seem to be quite tentative on the throttle. Oh, bit of a slide there. Too much curb. It's going to lose a bit of time to Omar. You can see how loose Omar's car is. We've seen him lose the car a few times. I think he still might be carrying some damage. Let's see if we can have a quick look at his car. No, I think he's repaired it. Yeah, he's repaired his damage, so it's going to be in favour of Omar, and only 4 minutes left of this race. Battle for 10th place, top 10. Omar seems to be pulling away now. He's responded to the pressure from Kudasov.
Looking at the standings, Omar trying to defend the top 10, which will be his best result in the season.
His best result, yeah. So top 10 for Omar. I believe he's attended most of the rounds. He's been.
Yes, he's raced all rounds. He's been with us since the first round. He's currently in P14 in this championship, but he might jump some positions if he managed to hold this P10 today.
Yeah, quite a solid run from Omar, and we've seen him improve throughout the season. He used to be running towards the back of the field really, and now he's fighting for a top 10, which is great to see. But Artem Kudasov having a look up the inside, and that's who's that? I believe that's Ben Mullard. Yeah, that's Mullard.
Yeah.
Caught up in traffic now. He's only 5 seconds off Fernandez, but I think these two battling in front.
Omar goes very wide, I think.
Yeah, Omar. I think Omar tries.
Yeah,
I think Omar tries to let Mullard pass, but these two are in a battle, so they don't really need to at the moment. I think Mullard's quite happy sitting there. Oh, what's happened to Omar? I think he's let Mullard past.
He let Mullard pass and put this off as well.
Yeah, so I just think that was the best place to let him past. I think the start-finish straight would have been a better place, but he's going to fight back for that position. Just 2 minutes left of the race. Omar and
we see some sun on track as well. On with the speed of the getting dry, but it's only 2 minutes to go. So
yeah, surprisingly, could have sort of stuck to the back of Mullard. So Mullard not having the best pace for the final few minutes of this race, probably taking it easy, trying not to cause any damage to his car. But Omar seems to be dropping off now. Doesn't seem to be pushing or have the pace. These final few minutes, let's have a look at Austin. Just a minute left of this race, I believe. There'll be one more lap after this. Leader is now on the final lap.
yeah, final lap of the season.
It's been a great drive from Thorsten there, Carl Van Horn getting out of the way for the race leader. got some comments coming in. Adam King there, I believe that's Kingy, who's voted for Ben Millard for driver of the day. Kenny voting for Thorsten Borchardt, and Andrew Price also voting for Thorsten Borchardt. He's led an amazing race. He's fought tooth and nail for
flashing lights now, celebrating the title.
He's definitely watching the stream, I think, just saying hi to us. Yeah, it's been a great race from him. Yeah, I think he's got his hazards on as well. So he's celebrating quite early, but he's definitely got it in the bag. And he's going to want an interview after this. I'm sure.
He'll jump straight to the interview.
Yeah, we'll definitely do. Yeah, we'll definitely do interviews after this. Very unfortunate for Schwabe though. He's led a great race, great championship, and probably the best championship we've had so far.
Yeah, it's been very tight until the last race, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's Thorsten Borchardt coming across the line. That's a race winner and championship winner. Thorsten Borchardt celebrating there, getting all sorts of cycles. But he's very happy with that result. And really I believe that's his...
Also celebrating the
Also
P2.
Odeberg, yeah, celebrating P2. I think that's a nice 360 there from him. But Thorsten has to be careful there.
Donuts. Doing some donuts there.
Yeah, donuts there. Very well, very deserved.
Schwab is gonna cross the line now.
Yeah, Schwabe also coming across. Oh no.
Last corner.
It's rounding off the final corner. There. Coming home in P3 with the fastest lap. Unfortunately, not the consistency to win the race, but he definitely had the pace.
He had the pace, he had the good chance as well, because he started in pole. So he could have defended the championship, but yeah, unfortunately for him, these two mistakes he had.
Yeah, Ben Muller there.
Ben Muller on P4. So he
yeah. That's
not sure what happened to Fernandez.
15 positions, yeah. I think Fernandez made a mistake. Dropped down to P5. Yep. Morgan Ferrer. A very good result from him. Coming home in P6. The race isn't over yet, though. He's got a few corners to complete, and don't think he's in threat of losing any positions, though.
I think P7 already finished, one lap down.
Yeah, so that's P6 for Morgan Ferrer and Tom McCormick there. McCormick, sorry. I believe spun the car just then. Coming home in P13. Getting all sorts of sideways. I'm sure he's on dry tyres.
I think he's on purpose, yeah.
Oh, that was a very nice slide. Very well held there.
That was really good for the...
I might just be celebrating. Does seem to be. And McCormick coming home in P13. Oh, wicket ball there. And another driver collecting him. But let's see if we can get an interview with Thorsten Borchardt, who already seems to be an interview mating them. So let's move him over now.
Green light, go, go, go.
Moving over into the commentator booth, we've got Thorsten Borchardt, our championship winner. Great drive there from Thorsten. And starting P3, not the best quali, didn't manage to retain your 100% quali record, but you've come home and win the championship, and I'm sure that's more than what you wanted.
Yes. I give a shit of the qualify.
Yeah, it's a great result there from you.
That was a hard race, holy moly. Very tricky conditions.
Yeah, that's what we like to see in the final race, though. Very tricky conditions, and we got Schwabe there congratulating you, Thorsten, saying you deserve the title. And,
thanks, mate.
I think you've got driver of the day from everyone pretty much. Great race from you, from P3 to P1. Not setting a foot wrong. J-Pop,
Excuse me?
do you have anything to ask?
Yeah, no, just want to congratulate Thorsten for one more title here with us. So yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
we saw the quali. We thought you would have managed to set up a lap, and we saw Swaby there in P1 on the pole position today. So it was a difficult start, but yeah, I'm not sure what strategy did you go for. Did you change tires? Because it was quite difficult to say. We could see the forecast. It was going to be rain. Then later we saw it would be dry. We didn't know. So I was thinking, what strategy did you go for?
Yeah, my setup was more for less rain, and that's why I struggled hard in qualifying to get one lap, and in the end it was P3. Is okay, and the race was very tricky with conditions. Oderberg did one mistake short before the pit stops. To this point, I thought myself, don't change tires. But when I saw he did a mistake, I changed tires and on wet tires again, because dry tires make no sense in this race. And where Schwabe spun, I thought myself, why? No, I want to fight.
Yeah, we didn't
I
catch
just
this on
needed
the
to say-
stream. We didn't know what happened. We suddenly saw Schwabe going that far behind. And he also had a mistake, I think, in the pit stop. We don't know what happened, but he spent quite a lot of time in the pit stop. Yeah, it makes everything much easier for you, I suppose.
Yeah. Then the pit stop was perfect. But Oderberg found some pace in the end, I think. He catched the time.
Yeah.
But also from him, amazing qualifying lap and really good race from him. Good pace. Oh, I really enjoyed it. And finally, I have it.
Yeah, I think that's your first championship with us here at the SimZone. So
Yes.
good on you, and we look forward to seeing you next season. But from us, that's it for today. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the final round of ACC on PS4, PS5, and the final round of touring cars as well. But until then, have a good evening. Good night.